All right, so our film, Am I a Racist, just completed its second weekend in the box office. Still has not gotten a single review from a single mainstream film critic. But weirdly enough, it has been covered, even covered favorably by a few mainstream outlets. So this is the strange dynamic that's happening here, where not only do we have this successful film that these critics are ignoring, but in some cases, their publications are not ignoring it, but they just will not, being the critics, review the film as a film. Or the Wall Street Journal, for example, has published 2 op-eds praising the film, nothing from their film critic. Variety had a good piece on the film, at least one. Nothing from the film critic, though. And The Hollywood Reporter, of all things, just published this on Friday. Not a film review exactly, but a great headline. The headline is, How Am I Racist Scored the Top Political Doc Opening in 20 Years by Duping DEI Gurus. Conservative provocateur Matt Walsh's film came out of nowhere to gross $4.5 million in its nationwide box office debut over September 13th to 15th weekend, a huge sum for a nonfiction feature. And by the way, when this piece was published, we actually had to go back and look it up because I didn't think we had the top opening for a political doc in 20 years, but apparently we did. So it checks out. That's a rare thing when I don't think it's ever happened before that a mainstream publication has said something positive related to anything that I've done that I had never even thought of. And because usually they don't say anything positive at all, but in this case, it does check out. And then I'm not going to read the whole piece because that would be rather self-congratulatory, I suppose. But you could go check it out. It is an interesting piece, and it's mainly interesting because I read the whole thing waiting for the jab to come. I figured they have to hit you somewhere, even if just symbolically. Throw in a line like, "Sure, Walsh is an incorrigible bigot," and I was waiting for that. It didn't really come. The piece mostly just marvels at the success of the film. Success, by the way, that continued this weekend. So this is after our second weekend in the box office. Am I Racist is still in the top 10, even after a whole bunch of other films were released, including the new Transformers movie. We now have, along with the top political doc opening in 20 years, we have our total gross puts us in the top 5 for political documentaries in the past 10 years, total gross. Top documentary of the year, we've earned back 3 times our production budget, $9 million we've earned so far. Budget was $3 million. And this is the one that's most impressive to me personally, that our box office total puts us in the top 40 now for all documentaries of all time and counting. So we're obviously still in the box office moving into our 3rd week. So all those numbers will go up. But if it ended here after 2 weeks, we'd have to call it a major win in just about every way. And I know I've talked a little bit about the challenges of succeeding in the box office when you have a documentary that's very difficult to garner any kind of audience for a film, for a nonfiction film, as the Hollywood Reporter notes. When you have an original film, not like a franchise or a well-known IP, that's an additional challenge. And when you have a very small budget, it's a very small budget by film industry standards, that's the biggest challenge of all. Just for example, I was watching MasterChef with my kids over the weekend. We do cooking shows. We like the cooking shows. And there was a trailer for Joker that came on during every commercial break. There's 5 commercial breaks. 5 times we saw this trailer in the span of 50 minutes. Okay? And that's the kind of marketing budget that big studios have. They're going to make sure that like every human in the country has seen the trailer, whether they want to or not, one way or another. But that costs tens of millions of dollars, if not $100 million to achieve. And we don't have that. So we've had to come up with more, you might say, lo-fi, guerrilla-type marketing techniques. Crashing the DNC was one. And then on Saturday, there was this, College GameDay on ESPN. There were students standing outside during the show holding giant posters of my face from the movie with the man bun wig and all that. So here are some screenshots of that. We'll just go through these. You can see me lurking there in the background. Just go through some of the pictures so we can all appreciate there we are. There was multiple, my face was right there peeking in between. A little creepy, but this is my favorite one right here. This is my favorite. I'm just sneaking up behind Nick Saban to talk to him about his white privilege. And now, why are those kids holding those signs? Did we have something to do with that? Did we organize that? Did we intrude into ESPN's shot intentionally just to market our movie in such a crass way? I mean, did we do that? I'm not going to say we didn't do that, but I'm not going to say we did. I can't say. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows why those kids were holding those signs? Nobody knows. Nobody knows the answer to these questions. It's a mystery. I end up on CNN. I was just walking by. I didn't know there was going to be a camera there. Or I might not have known. End up on ESPN. All I can say is I would never try to hijack their broadcasts unless I had a good reason. Only for a good cause would I ever do something so self-serving and crass as that. But that was a lot of fun, and we appreciate it. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with no ads, you should go to dailywire.com and use promo code Walsh to get 2 months free on all annual plans. See you there.